Look, this guy says Tupac wasn't who you thought he was. Couldn't fight, couldn't shoot, and wasn't tough whatsoever. Just a method actor. Let's get into the content.
Tupac's death is the dumbest shit of all time because he died because all these guys sold him this lifestyle idea, but he wasn't it. He couldn't fight. He had no athleticism. He didn't know how to shoot a gun. He wasn't that guy, but he started to believe it.
He method acted it.
100% method acted it.
I guess the one moment for me, because I really admire him because I felt like he could embody any part of himself,
Correct.
like 100%.
Sure.
And there was an authenticity to it. Even when it was ugly, he was like fully in it. But like when he got shot those 6 times in the studio, like he did throw up the bird on the way into the ambulance.
So it's so funny. First of all, he wasn't shot 6 times. That was a myth. He was shot 3 times.
Oh, still pretty good though.
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. I interviewed a shitload of people from that incident. That was at Quad Studios in New York City. He's put into the ambulance, and I interviewed one of the EMTs from the ambulance. And Tupac did that twice. He put the finger up twice. The first time was he saw Biggie standing there, and he gave him the finger. And that whole thing that Biggie orchestrated this is total bullshit. It's just not true. It's just factually untrue. The second time, he gives a finger to one of the EMTs. And the other EMT guy says to Tupac, we're literally trying to save your life here. Why are you doing that? And Tupac immediately apologized. EMT told me, he was like, yo, man, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And like, it was almost like living this kind of thing where it was like on autopilot a little.
When you called me crazy, I was kind of tripping, right? But you know what? I am crazy. And you know what else? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about Steel. And I don't give a fuck about that fool Raheem. Look, I don't give a fuck about myself. And you less of a man than me, so when I decide you ain't shit, then bow. So be it. You deal with that shit, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Look, a lot of people say Juice changed Tupac. A lot of people say he wasn't like that before he had to tap into what he had to tap into in Juice. Look, I'm gonna tell a lot of people like this, bro. And you could have known him and everything, bro, but this is what it is. As a kid, he was a kid. His mama did the best she could to shelter him away from this shit, to try to keep him as innocent as possible. Once you become 18, you are a black man in America. I'm gonna say that again. Despite where you was raised, the suburbs, the hood, look, I was in and out, weaving between both worlds. I spent more time in the suburbs than I did the projects. Got to be honest with you, fam. When you become 18 years old, you are a black man. In the eyes of society, you are a black man. So the man was able to adapt into what he needed to be to survive. Like, it ain't all about method acting, fam. Your Juice might have helped him tap into something because he had to really study the ways of the gangster he's portraying, you know what I mean? But it was always in him. It's in everybody, bro. You got good and you got bad. Hopefully your good always outweighs your bad. But to say he was just method acting, couldn't fight, couldn't shoot, look, all this shit is just heart. Yeah, all you gotta have is heart to fight and to shoot. It's a acquired skill, both of them. Fighting and shooting are acquired skills. You do them enough, you become a fighter. Now everybody know Tupac still off on people. He a 2-piece quick. You know what I mean? He's 2-piece Snoop. 2-piece quite a few people. You know what I mean? This just is Pop. Pop, the 2-piece got him killed. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. This is Pop. Once you inhabit the spirit of the dog, you become a dog. That means you want to be an animal, your ass is going to be an animal. It's not about method acting. It's about survival tactics. You do what you need to do to get you to where you going, bro. It's all survival. Tupac was very misunderstood. Misunderstood to the fact that after 20, 30 years, they still dropping salt on his name and trying to take from the fact what he was. You know what I mean? Yeah, nice guy, but had to wear them thorns, bro, when he came outside because he knew they was trying to get him. You know what I mean? Wasn't shot 6 times at quad, he was shot 3. Now that's new information, but guess what? It's not surprising. If they gonna run with it, let them run with it. No, Biggie didn't set him up. Puff did. Yeah, Puff basically put that whole thing together. Yeah, just be honest, let's just be real. Pop was already talking shit to blah blah. So that's who shot him. You know what I mean? We know that. We know that now. Pac was talking shit to him on the phone. Didn't imagine he was gonna see him that night. But look here, Biggie was up there recording with Junior Mafia. Puff was mad at that shit. Puff supposed to get everything. Biggie wasn't supposed to be recording with Junior Mafia. He found out he was going up there to confront him. He sent the henchman up there to confront Biggie on some real shit. You know what I mean? If we listen to everything Choke No Joke saying, but everything he's saying pretty much checks out, fam. It pretty much checks out. But yeah, I don't think Big had nothing to do with that. But Pac was who Pac was, fam. If he thought it was you, it was you. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out Tupac. That's my guy. You know what I mean? It's Tupac Shakur. That is my guy, fam. Wasn't no actor. He ended up being an incredible actor. But what you seen was what you got with Tupac. You can't throw salt on this man's name or try to belittle who he was as a person. The man was a survivalist. That's the truth of the matter. And I've seen him shoot. You know what I mean? They got videos of Tupac going to a shooting range. The man can shoot. Yeah, the man can shoot pretty good. Look, when you doing all these movies, he played cops and shit. When you doing all these movies, they take you to the gun range and show you some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, they take you to the gun range and show you some shit. On top of that, fighting, shooting, all that's an acquired skill, but you got to do it more to learn how to do it. You know what I mean? You got to do it more to learn how to do it. You know, just because you from the projects don't mean your ass got no squabble in you. It don't mean you even got the heart to pull a trigger. It just means you were born a have-not into poverty. That's all it means, bro. It don't make you more tougher than the others. You know what I mean? But I will say this, it gives you something. That means whenever you have to tap into this other side, even when you don't think you possess it, it's within you. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I don't know who this guy is. It doesn't matter if he was white, orange, black, doesn't matter. What he's saying about Tupac is totally wrong. I got to stick up for that. That's my guy. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm equipped. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.